All right, welcome back to MMA Al Dente. Lerone Murphy versus Gabriel Santos. I'm happy Lerone Murphy is back. This guy needs to fight more often. He's still considered a prospect, I guess. I don't know, but whatever he is, he's one of the top prospects or whatever the fuck he is. 11-0-1 overall. The one draw is his debut against Zubera Tukagov, and that was a fight that was really close. Zubera dropped Lerone early and was pounding on him and definitely grinding him out in round one, but wasn't able to put him away or even really come close after the initial onslaught. And after that, it was a much closer fight. He still got him down, still controlled him, but in those moments in between, Lerone Murphy was working him. And even on the ground was working some nice shit. Caught him in a few nice chokes and whatever. So Lerone really impressed me in that debut, and since then he's only impressed me more. Got Ricardo Ramos out of there in round one, ground and pounded him, and then he got out. Makwan Amirkhani. He wasn't so impressive that he got him out, but the way he got him out was beautiful. Flying knee in round two, and who else did he beat? Oh, Douglas Silva de Andrade beat him by decision. Thoroughly outpointed him and looked very good doing so. Douglas Silva de Andrade is a really talented fighter, and he makes other really talented fighters look bad and look vulnerable and human at the very least. And even though I guess Lerone looked human in that fight, he definitely won. And he looked very, very good there. That was perhaps his best victory, even though it's certainly the least flashy of all of his victories. But here he's fighting Gabriel Santos, who was taking this fight on like 2 weeks' notice, I think. But regardless, I really like this guy, and I don't have much doubt about his cardio, although maybe now that he's taking this fight on very short notice, but typically I don't. I really like what he's shown me down the stretch. He's 2-0 in the LFA. Took out, he's their featherweight champion, by the way, in 2 fights. Took out Jose Delano and whoever the fuck else. But he got him out of there in round three with a body shot. Got the other guy out of there in round two with a head kick. And he's shown to have good cardio. He's a guy that a few weeks ago I mentioned in that Elvis Brenner versus Tukagov, ironically, in that fight breakdown or pre-fight video, that Elvis Brenner, I was shitting all over his cardio, and I saw it in a few fights, I believe, but definitely in this Gabriel Santos fight. Gabriel Santos was really doing well in that fight, and then it looked like maybe Brenner was fighting his way back in round two, had some success with takedowns, hit him with a foot trip and a hip toss and whatever, and I was like, oh shit, it's, he's starting to fade, but no, it turns out Brenner was fading, and Gabriel Santos just put his foot back on the gas, slammed him early in round three, and took control of that fight. Took his back, worked him over, yada yada. I really trust his cardio. Not that he's fought the greatest fighters, but the better fighters he's fought, the best fighters he's fought, he's won, and the difference was his cardio primarily, and his hands as well, and his kicks, of course. But still, Gabriel Santos, and speaking of hands and kicks, he does have knockout power. That's something where his knockouts have been there for him down the stretch in his career. It's one thing for a guy to get the knockouts early on in his first few fights against opponents with a combined record of 2-20, but getting him later with a combined record of 20-2 or whatever, 20-10 even, it's much more impressive. And that's been the story with Santos. So I really like him overall. He's good everywhere too, really good everywhere. Really mixes shit up well too, and I'm really high on him, just not in this fight, because I really have a high estimation of Lerone Murphy. I do think Gabriel Santos definitely has a shot at winning here, though. He could hurt Lerone Murphy, and he could outwork him. And I really, again, I trust a lot about Gabriel Santos, but it's just I have no reason to doubt Lerone Murphy either. His cardio hasn't looked like shit. Again, he was dropped by Zubera Tukagov, but I only think more highly of him after watching that fight. So I'm going with Lerone Murphy. It's just a matter of knowns and unknowns and a matter of odds as well. Minus 165, minus one anything. I was going to play Lerone Murphy, but I have played Lerone Murphy. I haven't seen Santos lose, so I couldn't tell you how it's going to look. Lerone finished 7 of his 11 victories. He's got 4 decisions, though, and the 1 draw. This one could go either way. I think Lerone could get him out of there because he's such a skilled guy and such a good athlete. But if I was forced to make a prediction, I'd go Lerone via decision. I don't fucking know. All right, like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit. Check out my other videos.